Thank you. When I was a kid, this is what I imagined the future of robots would look like. Robots with personality, character, something that looks like it came straight out of a movie or a video game. And now, the future is here. We have technology that can do amazing things like recognize our voices, talk with us, and even drive cars. And what does this amazing technology look like? This. Dull, gray, soulless. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these products are super cool and have some amazing engineering, but somewhere along the way, we lost the part where robots were supposed to be fun, the part that's supposed to make you feel something. But there's one field of engineering that has never lost that idea: animatronics. And that's what this project is all about. Now, I know what you're thinking. Animatronics? Isn't that where that freaky Freddy Fazbear guy comes from? But okay, I know you're not wrong, but hear me out. Animatronics are basically robots designed to be characters, the kinds you'll see in theme parks, movies, and special effects. To me, this is what robots should look like. And the best way to explore that? Build one myself. So I decided to build an animatronic from a video game called Starcraft II, the Adjutant. If you've played the game before, you'll recognize her as the AI assistant that gives you tactical information while you're playing the game. And to me, her design is just really cool. It's futuristic, a little bit eerie, and she has so many little artistic details. So my goal became to build this. Not the whole character, that would be kind of crazy, but at least the head as an animatronic. The first thing I did was start looking at animatronics online. But the more images I looked at, the more I realized animatronics are actually kind of terrifying. There's a psychological explanation for this called the uncanny valley. It describes how humans respond to things that look almost human, but not quite. When that happens, our brains notice tiny imperfections in the movements or proportions, and instead of feeling familiar, it feels unsettling. But then, how do artists, animators, and animatronic designers avoid this? Okay, let's see. We're gonna try something. I want you guys to give me a big smile. Big smile, big smile, big smile, big smile. Okay. Aw, you guys are so cute. Okay, if you take a second to feel your face, you'll realize all you're really doing is raising your cheeks and lifting the corners of your lips up. Okay, let's try the opposite. Big frowny face, big sad, okay. You're smiling. Okay, what changed? Your brows came down and the corners of your lips. Small movement, big effect. These facial movements have been mapped into something called the Facial Action Coding System, or FACS. It basically breaks down expressions into individual muscle movements called action units. FACS helped me answer an important design question: what parts of the face actually needed to move in my design? Also, you guys can stop looking sad now. Once I understood that, the project became a lot more manageable. Instead of thinking, I need to build an entire animatronic head, I broke it down into smaller systems. And from there, I started designing mechanisms in SolidWorks. The first mechanism I worked on were the eyes. Eyes are surprisingly complicated. They need to move left, right, up, down, all inside a very small space. And after a lot of trial and error, this is the design that I ended up with. Here, the motion of the eye is split into two mechanisms, one for horizontal movement and one for vertical movement. The jaw was a bit more straightforward. I had some inspiration, a little scary, but I had some inspiration. But my final design is basically a linkage driven by a motor that pulls the jaw open and lets it return back to its resting position. So mechanically, things were starting to come together. But then I ran into a problem that was probably one of the most important parts of an animatronic: the face. Engineering CAD tools like SolidWorks are amazing when you're designing precise mechanical parts, but faces are not that. Faces are smooth, organic, and asymmetrical. And trying to design something like that in SolidWorks is like trying to sculpt a statue using rectangles and rulers. So I had to improvise. For early prototypes, I used free 3D models of teeth that I found online. These look like someone's dentures, but they were free, so I don't know. And then I also, for the actual face, I experimented with some questionable techniques in SolidWorks, and then I ended up learning how to use a sculpting app on my iPad. Eventually, I started assembling things, and when I put everything together for the first time, it looked like this, which is not really the friendly neighborhood robot I was imagining. At one point, I added eyebrows because I thought maybe it would make it look more expressive, but I think it turned into one of the most terrifying things ever. And then I also tried adding like a face covering to try to hide things, but I don't know, maybe this still looks like one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen. So that's when I realized the animatronic didn't really look much like the character anymore. I think I got so wrapped up in testing all these different mechanisms that I lost sight of the original idea. So I decided to take a step back, simplify things, and focus on what really mattered, making it look like the character. And here's where we are today. Okay, it still looks terrifying. So this is the face. This comes off, but it's not connected to. It's not connected to any electronics right now. But if I move things, I can like move the eyes. Ooh, they do a little winky. Ooh, or the. Oh, wah! Yeah, so this thing still looks terrifying. I'm not really beating the Five Nights at Freddy's allegations, but, and there's still like a million things I want to improve on and work on with this thing. But with what I had, I did what any reasonable person must do. Jump scare a bunch of my friends on campus and film their reactions. The whole reason why I wanted to build animatronics in the first place was to make people feel something. Okay, maybe feeling scared is part of that. But there's also excitement, wonder, surprise. When I look at this, I feel terrified. But when I look at this, I feel nothing. Engineering doesn't have to be boring or soulless. It should be expressive. It should be fun. It should make people react. So that's my challenge to you. Build something that you think is fun and share it with the world. Thank you. Thank you.